closet.
My name is Omotunde Adebowale David. Everybody calls me Lola. Early this morning, I had to make a quick stop at Ikorodu, so I decided to come to the local boat jetty here in Aja to take a boat and go to Ikorodu. And something happened that made me extremely unhappy. And I decided to do this video to talk about the obvious. As when the boat, the driver of the boat touched a lady and she said no. And can you imagine that everybody on the boat began to abuse the woman? They started talking negatively to her, like she should have allowed the man touch her if he wanted. I stood up and I lent my voice to her own, and you cannot imagine the things that ensued. We have a lot of lack of education in our rural areas. Everybody seems not to understand what consent means. She is not even being raped or molested. She was touched, and she said, she shrugged off his hand and said no. And I heard things like, who is she? Don't I know who they are to each other? You know, people started to lend their voices to it negatively. And I felt really bad. And a conversation ensued. And one of the Muslim clerics that is supposed to be around the jetty started to say things like, women get raped because we dress inappropriately. And every man around him seemed to concur. And I became very afraid and mortified that what is going to happen to our women? Who is going to protect us? When we say no, how else can we explain that no is no? I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be kissed. I don't want you to take off my clothes. I don't want you to have intercourse with me. It should be understood as no. But I see that a lot of work needs to be done. And what I saw this morning, I'm going to attach a video to this video, but it's not clear. My PA tried to record as much as he can, but maybe it will help you understand a little.
Out of the closet.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa o, Jésù ṣàánú wa o lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn burúkú. Nígbà tí àfáà tó mọ kéwú tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àfáà tó mọ kéwú ṣe ń gbọ́, mọ́mí ṣe ń gbọ́.
Ó wá sí ìbàdàn tó wá ya fọ́tò.
Nígbà tó yẹ òkò pa, ìwọ wo yẹ omi ìpè kò wá lọ fọ́ ọkàn. Orí mi, we are in trouble in this country, mommy. Àwọn ọmọ wa ló ń pa lójoojúmọ́. Oh my God.
Because of it. Let us say the reality.
Sherry.
Let us talk to our women, our ladies, to stop women.
Afa, tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ rédíò mi lọ́la, ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí màá sọ pa yín. So naked, ṣé Bible ní pé torí èèyàn wọṣọ, ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀ ní right láti fọwọ́ kàn. Are you telling me this is how you really think?
We should not close to...
It is not your right to judge what other people do.
Out of the closet.
How we are not educated when it comes to issues of consent and women, molestation, assault, and everything that is around these things. I am really sad, and I really hope that all our religious bodies will stand up and they will start to do something. If opinion leaders like a Muslim cleric who has people that are following him, that listen to him and accept what he says, imagine when they have a negative narrative, what is going to happen to their followers? Are we ever going to be protected? I want religious leaders to speak up against these things because people believe them, the opinion leaders in the society, and if they don't do anything, our young men seem not to have any understanding. They were laughing, joking, like what happened was normal.
Out of the closet.
No,
you judge what you do.
But we,
so èèyàn ní tó ti bá bú aṣọ mi sí, ìyẹn fún ẹ ní right láti wá rape mi.
Okay,
ṣé forget decency. Wọ́n rape àwọn obìnrin tó wọ ìjáb, ọmọbìnrin kan sì kú ní Ìbàdàn. ó wọ hijab completely. Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú yín àfà ẹ̀dẹ̀ láwọn èèyàn tẹ́ ń ṣe wá sí fún Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú àwọn tó ń gbọ́ yín Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú àwọn tó ń gbọ́ yín lórí wáàsí tẹ́ ń kí mi ò kí ń ṣe Muslim ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ nǹkan tó tọ́ mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ànábì ò lè ẹ́fà sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ kò sí mo mọ̀ pé ó ń ba ṣeré ni kì í ṣe pé mo ní pé ọ̀nkú yẹn ń bàjà but à ń láti máa speak tóbi bá ti sọ báyìí no filẹ̀ mi ì bá wọn jà mi ò ní wọn ń ṣọ̀rẹ́ but tó bá ti ní mi ò fẹ́ ẹ filẹ̀ ẹ wọ àwọn ọmọkùnrin wa àwọn young boys wa kò sí kankan nu wọn tó mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ no ọmọbìnrin yẹn ti sọ́ọ̀tì tán ọmọ kékeré kan lọ rape tó pa adé máa dákẹ́.
Out of the closet.
She wears hijab ó rape wọ́n dẹ̀ tún pa ṣé ẹ̀yin máa ní pé aṣọ tó wọ̀ ló jẹ́ kí ọkùnrin má lè ní control.
One, so mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ kan mo point involved. One of the reasons stereotypes for me nowadays is one, the way ladies dress. That is one. Two, obìnrin they try to move around in isolation. Isolation in the sense that nígbà tí èèyàn fẹ́ lọ bí kan tí ò dágbére nítorí pé kò dágbére ń sìn kò lè mú èèyàn dání láti jẹ́ companion ẹ̀.
ẹ tiẹ̀ ní sùúrù àfà ṣé nínú generation tá a wà yìí ẹ fẹ́ máa sọ fún mi pé gbogbo obìnrin nísìnyí ló máa ní chaperone.
Islamically it is not allowed for a lady
to go on accompany. So but ṣé mọ̀ pé kì í ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló jẹ́ ẹni tó follow Islam.
Exactly.
There are career women. Àwọn obìnrin wà tẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣe nǹkan ara wọn. So tí wọ́n máa tún máa mú ọkùnrin lání láti lọ síbi tí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ.
So ṣe ní nǹkan tájọ wà ń bẹ̀ yìí, so we have to look of a way láti eradicate àwọn tanso. So and one of the most important way that we might eradicate raping only the mode of dressing.
Ṣẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ mode of dressing yẹn ó ń jẹ́ kí inú mi máa dùn. Ṣé ẹ̀ ń sọ fún mi wípé tí bá bọ́ aṣọ mi ó fún yín ní right láti wá bá mi lò pọ̀ tí mi ò dẹ̀ fún yín permission?
No, kò fún mi right.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something.
Exactly. Kò tiẹ̀ sí any other way.
So far
kò lè fi explain ẹ̀. Obìnrin bọ́ aṣọ lẹ̀ ó rìn òhò tí kò bá ti fún ẹ lé àyè láti mú ara ẹ̀ pé.
Ó ti pé ọkùnrin pé kó máa bọ̀.
Ó pè bí báwo.
By opening is by exposing.
So àwọn ọmọdé 3 years old. Àwọn ọmọ 3 years old tí wọ́n
3 years old. Most of the cases of young girls.
No, not girls. We're talking about babies.
Babies tí wọ́n lò. You will see that those ones ritualists lọ́wọ́ yẹn. We are not talking of ritualists now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see that we have not even started this conversation at all. I met him in the morning and we actually had a big quarrel. But you can see that he holds firm to his belief system. That women seem to be the one to call for rape because of how you dress.
Exactly.
So does that mean that our young men no longer have what they call self-discipline and self-restraint? So that means anybody that you see on the road, walking, dressing, you are attracted and you must have intercourse with the person without consent. Is that the opinion that is going to be in our communities? If men like him are multiplied by 100, you can imagine that none of our girls will be safe. That means as I am dressed now, some other people can interpret my dressing to be indecent. And does that qualify me to be raped?
Out of the closet.
Madam, let me correct you on your point you just said. So if men like me, that is where I want to correct.
Yeah.
If men like me are on health, doesn't mean that rapings will be more.
But one thing is, so ni pé ko bi ba ti múra ẹni a. Brother I call rí mi sí kó gbé mi lulẹ̀ bí bá go. Nǹkan tá fà sọ nìyẹn pé torí mo dress
decently.
Oh, bad dressing
decently.
Nǹkan tí mo try láti sọ fún mi pé ó dress decently o. Oh, dress.
So wọ́n máa ṣe kí ni? Wọ́n máa rape ẹ̀.
Kò fún ẹni man ní right.
Dress decently. No man will.
It does not give you a right.
Whether obìnrin múra o. Nowadays, ladies put on dresses where their breasts are out. Even most.
So that means ọmọ yín obìnrin tí èèyàn bá kàn rí tó rọnà.
Even if you can wait for just 5 minutes, and I read different ways. The ladies in front of him múra. And when they come and rape one, let us correct their mode of dressing. They should eradicate exposure of their private parts. Places that are covered. Hello, most of the cases don't show them. They will take them outside.
àìmọye tẹ bá fọ́lọ̀ Instagram mi ẹ rí àwọn alájà rẹpẹtẹ tí wọ́n ń wọ hijab tí wọ́n rí ẹ̀mbó rí ẹ̀. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue this conversation.
Out of the closet.
Tó bá lọ fún wàásí o, tó bá wà ní Moscow, wọ́n máa kọ́ wọn ní nǹkan tó jẹ́ discipline àti restraint. Àwọn àǹsọ̀ yìí pé torí obìnrin múra indecently, torí ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe wá ń rèébù. Ṣùgbọ́n obìnrin múra aṣọ náà àjà akọni kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Out of the closet.
There is nothing normal about me telling you no. I don't want you to touch me. There is nothing normal about that. And I hope that everybody will begin to speak up against this thing. And when you say no, let your no mean no. That's my take on this matter. Thank you.
Out of the closet.